I hit 1,000 followers. I started this blog, like, I think, like, 6 months ago, like, half a year ago. Started it, I think, the end of May. I have no idea I had no idea that this was gonna happen, that everything was gonna, like, be this way. I had no idea I was gonna meet Trash Squad and everyone else that I've met since. It's incredible. I literally, like, I saw, like, I've always been, like, Harry Potter's always been, like, a part of my life, but this last year, it's, like, re-enveloped me again. I'm, like, I have to reread the books. I need to, like, just kind of, like, revisit that part of my life, because I read it when I was so young that, like, everything is value, and, like, I've cosplayed the characters, like, dressed up as them before. Like, one of the first characters I dressed up as for Halloween was Hermione. So, like, it's always been a part of my life, but for some reason, I was on Tumblr someday in May, and I think Wolfstar somehow came onto my dash, or something, or I was looking more. I don't know if I saw Tara's fanfiction, the We Were Infinite one, or one of TT's cosplays first, but I was, like, blown away, because then from TT I found Andy and, like, everyone else, and I was like, this is amazing. I've wanted to cosplay. I had just recently gone to a con here, and I had dressed as, like, Black Widow and Arwen from Lord of the Rings, and it was like, people can do this, like, online, and you could be the character, and I was like, well, so I'm just blown away that so many people have, like, followed and stuck around to watch me do my versions of these characters that we all love so much. This is just me saying thank you, and, like, I love you guys so much. Like, what? I'm feeling better too now, if you can't tell. This morning was a little rough, but I was working on some stuff for forensic speech and all that, and so I've kind of been out, and I've made hot chocolate in my Peter Pan mug. Oh yes. I was recently also, I figured I could do another Q&A thing, because I was tagged in, like, a about yourself, and I'm so lazy. I hate filling those out. So I figured next milestone, I'll just talk about myself. Yes! Oh my god. Sorry. I was gonna, like, maybe, like, sing or play my ukulele or something, but I'm like, so I'll just talk about me instead. Thank you, Ask Lily Luna, for tagging me in this. Love you, babe. Alright, how old are you? I am 17 for, what day is it? Is it the 2nd? For 22 more days. And then, no longer a fetus. Sorry, guys. What's my current job? I work at Barnes & Noble, booksellers. I'm a cashier. I work the floor. I do customer service. I've been in the music department a few times. It's a blast. I've now worked there for over a year, and I love it. I had to call in sick yesterday, and I felt really bad, but I needed it. I needed the day. And then, obviously, last night, I need sleep. Anyway, Barnes & Noble, I love it. What am I talented at? I guess I would say I'm an okay actress with time. Like, I've done acting forever. I mean, you can't really call acting when you're, like, 4, but I've wanted to be on this track forever, and I feel like I've progressed in it. Yeah, so that, makeup, I think I'm okay. I'm pretty good at it. I've taken a few classes, like, both for beauty and for stage makeup, and so, like, I love it. If everything else, like, fails, makeup is probably what I'm gonna go for. I can read kind of fast. I haven't been able to read, like, a lot of books. In the last couple months, I actually have been getting better in, like, actually reading books that are outside of school assignments, because actually the last couple years, assigned books for school have been enjoyable for me. I've never really not liked a school assigned book. Anyway, I haven't been able to pick my own book, and so being able to, like, read quickly helps, because I can get through them and not have to put it off so much, because I do have to put off reading in my own time, because I hardly have my own time. Mostly because if I have time, I procrastinate. I'm good at talking to people sometimes. When I'm in the mood, I can be a very, like, personable person. I don't know. I'm okay at a lot of things, but I'm not really, like, great at anything specific. I can play the ukulele okay. I can kind of play the piano. I if I picked up a trumpet, I could probably still make it work because I played it for so long. But yeah, I think that's enough. Satisfactory. I just talked so much. Okay. What is a big goal you are working towards? I want to get done with high school, and I want to be able to go to the school that I want to go to, that I know that I belong at, and will help me get to where I want to be in the future. I've been accepted to 2 of the schools I've applied to. Both are great. Like, all of the schools that I've applied to are great schools, but the ones that I really want to go to are far away and expensive, and it's just a lot. But I know, like, I can feel that I'd like to go there. Again, I haven't visited the campus yet, so it's kind of, I'm someone who believes you have to feel comfortable in the place you're going to be, or else you're not going to like it very much. Especially if I'm going to be there for like 4 years. So yeah, that's a goal. I'm like getting accepted to the school I want to be accepted at. Finishing this year without imploding, I guess, are my goals right now. Very short-term goals, but goals nonetheless. Ooh, what's my aesthetic? I don't know. I'm like joggers. I own 2 pairs now. These have a hole in them, right here on my knee pit. I guess like rain, but not like heavy rain, kind of like before rain, so it's like the smell or whatever. And like candles, I really like candles, but like baked good candles, not like overly sweet. Like I have a pecan one in my room, and then a banana walnut bread, and then there's like a sweet pea that I got for Christmas. But like candles, I say a lot, whatever. I like adventure-y type things, like layered clothes with like, I have a bag that I keep looking at. It's like a backpack that's like an over the shoulder, and you can put like a laptop and books in it, like scarves, and like these hats as well as beanies. Aquarius, I'm like, shout out to my Aquarian friends. But like, yeah, like music, ukulele, like Polaroids, like kind of like a basic aesthetic. I'll see something and I'll be like, that's my aesthetic. But I don't know if like I have a specific one. I mean, like I'm wearing like this, if you want to see my clothing aesthetic, I'm wearing a striped shirt that's like kind of a crop top. Aeropostale on sale. And then these from Route 21, which are just joggers. This is a really weird shot, I'm sorry, whatever. And obviously my glasses. And then, yeah. Freckles are a huge part. I wish I had freckles so much. That's part of my aesthetic. But yeah, like that kind of stuffy stuff. You collect anything? Yes, boy. I have a huge rock collection. When I was younger, like probably like right out the womb to like 6th or 7th grade, I religiously collected rocks. I was very picky because I'm not just someone who like plucks a rock. I'm like, ew, this is cool. I like look through them. I would buy rocks, like buy stones. I have like a display case that I keep under my bed. They're beautiful. I actually went to like a psychic store, crystal place recently with some of my friends instead of going to like homecoming or something. I don't even remember. And I got like healing stones. Like they have specific meanings and stuff. And so I'm still obviously someone who values rocks. I used to kind of collect stuffed animals. I kind of hoarded them for a while, and then I was like, Emma, you have to give them to someone else who can use them and love them more, because I didn't need them anymore, because I've tried to minimalize what I have in my room, because I just collect things. I'm fairly materialistic. Like, I like to believe that if something happened, I could grab 2 things, or grab like 1 thing, or even nothing, and I would be fine. I wouldn't be heartbroken to leave things behind. But I invest like moments or situations into certain things. Like I'm looking up at this, I have a polar bear up there, that I got at like a very hard time in my life, and that's one thing I will like never get rid of. When we have a few tornado warnings here, I always grab like a bag, and the last couple times it's been a phone charger, shoes, the polar bear, and like a blanket, and like a hoodie, and like that's it. And I've been able to kind of like release everything else, but like that means a lot, and I think that's why, like, fun fact, one of my first tattoos is probably going to be like a polar bear. Also because save the polar bears, they need us, like global warming. So yeah, I have a wall dedicated to Peter Pan. I have a wall kind of dedicated to Harry Potter. It's like, I collect things. Friends. I'm like, haha, just kidding. What's a topic you always talk about? I'm like, myself, hey boy, yes. A lot, depends on who I'm with. It really does. Because I can obviously talk about Harry Potter forever. I can talk about forensics, I can talk about musicals, I can talk about movies, I can talk about music, I can talk about the thread count on my sheets. I don't know, like, it depends on who I'm with. I'm someone who, I'm not a huge fan of drama. I love hearing the tea, though. So, like, I can listen to someone rant for hours. So, I myself can probably rant for hours, but that's beside the point. Okay, what's a pet peeve of yours? I'm actually gonna have to, they said when I'm interrupted. I honestly hate that too. I understand where people who kind of interrupt come from, though, because I will think of things and my head will literally forget them. I'm literally Dory. It's so bad because I'll think of something and then I'll put a pin on it, but then as soon as I'm ready to talk, it's gone. And so I always have to and start to say something, and then I hold my hand so that I kind of I consciously try to remember it. I don't know why. I don't think I have serious issues, but I just think I have so much that kind of comes in and out of my head. I'm trying to fix my hair, but I really don't care. Comes in and out of my head on a daily basis that it's I'll think of one thing and then I'm like, oh, something else is way more fascinating. So, whatever. And mostly it's not really about the interrupting, it's the way that people interrupt and then how they proceed with their attitude. Because there's certain kinds of people that just kind of great. I'll meet someone and I'll be like, this is cool, and then I'll talk to them more and I'm like, I don't know if I and my zodiac, I'm like, what's your zodiac sign? You probably don't mesh. Auras are huge for me, and so if I don't really like the flow I have with someone, I'm not going to make a conscious effort to be around them all the time because they might be draining to my energy. And I've recently started to pay more attention to how people actually affect me, because going into the future I need to be aware of myself and what I can handle and what I should put myself through, because as much as I want to love and care for everyone around me, I can't, because it's draining and it will cost me in the future. So that went weird. Sorry, guys. You come first, be nice and respectful. Just remember that. Treat yourself, drink lots of water. Okay. I think the next one is good advice to give, so I guess we can switch into that. I'll finish with pet peeves. People who stereotypes a lot and don't recognize, which again is kind of just ignorance, and it's not really their fault sometimes, but people who aren't willing to learn what their mistake was and then fix it is huge, because it's just come on, we're all here, we all mess up. Just recognize I'm horrible sometimes about just moving on from things. So I guess just people who are immature and don't realize how immature they are and how their immaturity just affects everyone because they think it's funny to do something specific. I'm not singling anyone out really in my head. I thought for a second I was, but no, I'm just kind of generalizing. As someone who's trying to
become an adult and go into adulthood,
I'm trying to figure out what that needs to be for me and who I want to be around, because if I end up going to the school in Boston that I would like to go to, I have to be open to people not being as nice as they are in the Midwest, and I have to know that that's just how people are. I don't even know where this is going, but yeah, just people. Wow. I'm they breathe. I'm they're my pet peeves. I'm just kidding. People are great in small amounts. Yeah, good advice to give. Again, as much as listening and helping is amazing, and I know that that's me. I'm a nurturer. I'm someone who wants to help everyone. I would love to give everyone $1 bajillion and fix the world, and I do. It pains me that I can't, but I can't throw my life force into something so much that it drives me to a point where I'm mentally unstable and I'm not taking care of myself, because I've been there and it is not good, because it as much as what someone else did to affect me, how I'm reacting and trying to fix it will affect others, and it just keeps spiraling out and it just gets worse. Listen to others, respect others, but remember that the end game is that it's just you, and you have to remember that you need to drink water and you need to eat that meal you forgot, or take the medicine that you didn't, or read the book that is assigned or that you just want to read, because you're the only person that's going to be there for you 100% of the time at the end of the day, and you have to make sure that you are on top of your game to take care of yourself and then take care of everyone else. Because if you're not okay, then you can never help anyone else try to get to be okay. I guess this is the biggest thing. And that's what I've kind of had to struggle with my last couple years of high school, where like last year was a train wreck because I had a friend who I couldn't help, and I felt like it was on me, and that kind of became selfish in a way, unintentionally. It was all like I didn't know what to do, and then I had to realize that there's nothing I can do. I've done what I can, and now I just have to be there when she's ready, and I need to make myself ready, and that's where I'm kind of got to at this point. I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect, but I'm getting better, and I've got a planner already for the next year, and I've got a notebook that I write quotes down, and I've started to section my life. And procrastination will always be my enemy, but I understand how my brain needs to function at this point in my life. So just know yourself and take care of yourself so that you can live and exist. I think that's it. How long is this? Okay, it's almost 20 minutes. I'm gonna shorten it, probably. Yes. Happy New Year. Happy all the holidays. I think we might get a snowstorm here in good old Missouri by Wednesday, and I am hype as hell. First things first, I love you all. You're the reason that I'm here talking at you. So, I'm like, if you hated it, you can only blame yourselves. You're welcome. But okay, that's it. That's all I have on this second day of the 17th year of 2000. Oh, I can't believe it's already 2017. I'm glad it's 2017. I'm like, oh, we had a year, guys. We made it! We made it! And we're gonna make it through another one, and another one, and another one, and a bunch of more, and I love you. So, have a great week, month, year, life. I love you. It's weird. What if I don't know why it's doing that. Guess who should really be writing scholarship essays? I will, after this, I promise.